Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of motivation with insights from Stanford neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman. Ever wonder why some days you're on fire, crushing goals left and right, while on others, the struggle is real? Well, Dr. Huberman sheds light on the science behind motivation and how you can harness your internal circuits to power up your drive. Picture this. You wake up with a game plan, but something throws a wrench in the works. Procrastination and regret kick in by day's end. Dr. Huberman's got your back with a scientific approach and precise steps to break free from this cycle and unleash the perpetual motivation you've been craving. In this video, we'll explore two types of procrastinators and understand how activating your stress system or boosting dopamine levels can be a game changer. And guess what? There is no need for fancy pills or potions, just some practical strategies you can start implementing today. So, whether you thrive on deadlines, need a dopamine boost, or simply want to stay motivated for the long haul, stick around. Dr. Huberman's got the lowdown, and we're about to break it down in a way that's clear, engaging, and packed with actionable tips. Smash that like button if you're ready to turbocharge your motivation, and don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed self-improvement gems. Let's roll! Stanford neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman suggests that within you, there's a special set of circuits that, when activated, can help you achieve your goals with a sense of pleasure that comes from within. He emphasizes that no pill, potion, motivational speech, podcast, or book can replace this intrinsic source of motivation. However, there's a potential stumbling block you might be unknowingly facing that hinders access to this source. Let me break it down for you. Consider if this resonates with your experience. You wake up each day with a clear idea of what you need to do to reach your goals. Yet, something disrupts your momentum, leading to procrastination, laziness, demotivation, and, eventually, regret at day's end. What if there's a scientific approach, a set of precise steps that can help break this cycle? At the end of this journey lie the freedom and perpetual motivation you've been searching for. Research indicates there are essentially two types of procrastinators, and understanding which type you are, as the ancient philosopher Socrates advised, is the beginning of all wisdom. Stick with me, and I'll delve into this further. Let's talk about people who love the thrill of a looming deadline. You know, those folks who can't function without the pressure of time running out. Ever felt like that? Well, according to Dr. Huberman, these individuals are drawing on their stress system, specifically the hormone epinephrine. This stress helps them stay super focused and eliminates distractions, putting them in an action-oriented state that drives them forward. So in a way, they're using internal stress to reach a state they can't achieve otherwise. If you find yourself in this group, Dr. Huberman suggests exploring alternative ways to activate your system, like superoxygenation breathing. It's a simple technique involving 25 or 30 cycles of deep inhales and exhales. You can easily find tutorials on YouTube. Essentially, it creates mild stress, releasing adrenaline into your system to sharpen your focus and help you get into that Super Mario mode. It can be useful unless you're prone to panic attacks. If this doesn't appeal to you, or if you want an extra boost, consider stimulants like coffee. Now, if you're thinking, this doesn't really describe me, I lack motivation, Dr. Huberman has some suggestions to increase dopamine and, consequently, motivation. The good news is that these methods are free and don't require buying anything, but they do require some regular upkeep and effort. First and foremost, ensure you're getting enough quality sleep each night. It might sound basic, but it literally restores your dopamine reserves, allowing you to consider your goals in a meaningful way. It's not just about sleep and nutrition. Regular exercise and exposure to morning sunlight are also crucial. Another important factor to consider is the negative impact of exposure to bright light during late-night hours on your dopamine levels. Keeping lights on or staring at screens between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. could significantly reduce your dopamine release. This occurs through the activation of the habenula, a brain structure that suppresses your reward circuitry and, consequently, your dopamine system. Think of it as a blockade on your dopamine. For those who prefer staying up late, Dr. Huberman's episode on jet lag and shift work provides strategies to overcome this dopamine suppression. How about significantly boosting your motivation? According to many researchers, the key might be intermittent rewards. Experiments have shown that if a reward comes in sporadically, almost randomly, the amount of dopamine released in your system and the motivation to keep working hard can double or even triple. Yes, it triples. This principle is the basis of slot machines and why casinos are so addictive. The good news is that you can apply this to stay motivated in your own pursuits. Instead of focusing on the pleasure of a reward, understand that dopamine is released in anticipation of a reward, fueling your work. Occasionally, randomly removing the reward is the best way to stay motivated. However, you might be doing everything right and still not feeling motivated if you make the mistake I'm about to explain. Let me share a story about Dr. Huberman's dopamine dilemma. Dr. Huberman loves to exercise, and he found that drinking a cup of black coffee or an Americano made his workouts more intense. Encouraged by these results, he discovered that a pre-workout energy drink or 300 milligrams of alpha GPC made him truly enjoy those workouts even more. Adding music improved his performance even further. This wasn't limited to physical work. Dr. Huberman found that he could apply this protocol of caffeine and various supplements to his mental work, whether it was studying in a laboratory or writing papers. All these factors, combined with his love for exercise and science, led to significant peaks that felt like important, beautiful experiences. However, the story didn't end well. Dr. Huberman noticed that days and weekends later, he experienced a real drop in energy and just didn't feel that good. If he kept up with the protocol without consistently adding dopamine-releasing behaviors and substances, his enthusiasm for exercising and doing experiments started to diminish. Dr. Huberman initially thought it might be adrenal burnout, but he later realized it was happening because he was combining too many dopamine-releasing behaviors and substances for activities he already enjoyed. This compounded to create a bigger peak in dopamine, inevitably leading to a deeper truck and low energy and motivation. If you find yourself doing this, like blasting music while working out, be careful about piling up too many things that make you feel good all at once regularly. If you can do activities you already enjoy without adding extra things that release feel-good chemicals, Dr. Huberman suggests doing just that. It helps you keep enjoying yourself and stay motivated in the long run. Dr. Huberman says nothing, like a pill, podcast, or motivational speech, can replace the inner drive to do something. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more science-backed self-improvement content. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos that delve deeper into the fascinating world of neuroscience and motivation. Thanks for watching, and remember, the key to lasting motivation lies within